In 2008, due to unusually heavy rainfall, the River Taff in South Wales burst its banks, causing distress, chaos and masses of damage. But two streets in particular were hit harder than anywhere else. Taff and Crescent Street in Merthyr Vale were hit hard, with almost all of the houses receiving major flood damage and the risks to life and health being very high indeed. With a total of 54 houses affected and the cost of repairs and flood defences predicted to run into the millions, the local council instead decided to enforce a compulsory purchase order to buy and demolish the two streets due to the risk of more flooding in the future. 10 years on and only 2 residents remain in the once thriving Welsh community, while others have slowly left one by one. Almost all of the houses have now been sealed, with the exception of a few where vandals and thieves have unfortunately broken in an attempt to take anything of value from the properties. And these houses are the ones that we are going to explore today.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to probably one of the most unique explores ever. Like, I've heard of rumours of these abandoned streets, like where there's literally every house is abandoned, and we've actually come on one. Look at this is absolutely incredible. Not every single house is abandoned, but pretty much every single one, and something we can actually get into, so this should be quite interesting. But take a look at this. Honestly, like, you can see a few cars down the end. That house is obviously occupied, but these are all completely abandoned, and it goes around the corner as well, and there's loads more around there. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm actually really excited about this. Here again with Sam from Top Abandoned Places and Ross from Wallace Adventures. That in itself is such a random thing to come across. It's just a random boot. Belongings in the street. Absolutely insane, there's so much stuff here. This is the first house I think we'll ever look inside, but look at that. It's literally someone's house, but I don't know why. Do you know why these are abandoned?
I think people were tried to forcibly evict people.
Really?
Oh no, I know why. Because I think there was floods on the streets and people had to leave their room. I think that's why. And it caused damp, water damage to people's homes, and they had to leave. It just broke off and landed on your head.
It literally just came off my hand. It was a proper breeze block that just fell on my head. So I don't know how much you saw that, but as I went through the door, I went to steady myself on the bit above the door. It just came off in my hand. Oh, is this? I think I can actually see the water damage.
Yeah.
No, it's come up. Yeah. Yeah,
this is why we put it this way.
God, that actually come up quite high as well, didn't it?
It's quite clean, really, if you think about it.
There's still bread. There's even bread in the cupboard.
The bread. The sugar there as well.
What's the date on that?
2016.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
About 2 years ago.
I actually find this really sad when you find like kids' toys.
No. But that's the thing though, there's been a flood, there's a good chance, especially if it's been down the stairs, that anything would have been ruined, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. I look at it from a child's point of view. Obviously, I know my kids would be upset if one of their toys had to be left behind.
Yeah.
Just go upstairs. GoPro was low on charge, so...
Oh, you're joking? Oh, that kids' toy stuff makes me sad.
Actually, good nick, that.
Yeah,
It is in pretty good condition. So I'm saying, surely like some little boy is going to be upset they had to leave that behind.
Yeah.
So guys, this obviously would have been like a kid's room. You can tell by, you know, all the stuff on the walls. We've got wrestlers over there. There's M&M behind me as well. We've got like a little toy digger thing just down here as well. I'm just saying, I always look at this from like a parent's point of view, and I know that my kids would be really sad if they had to leave something behind. But it's always sad when you find kids' toys, especially ones in good condition as well. Because you know that some little boy or girl is missing that toy, or would have enjoyed that toy at some point. So it's really in the master bedroom. They're not massive houses, but definitely big enough. I'd love a house like this in a tiny little flat. Okay, that's pretty much upstairs explored. There's not much up here. There is actually a loft hatch. No way of getting in there. It's kind of surreal in a way, isn't it? It's kind of almost post-apocalyptic feeling.
Yeah, definitely. Be a good place to do a film.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
My name is Jeff.
Yeah, we just come out because someone drove round and then we heard someone say something. You can just see every single one. It is totally abandoned, apart from the odd one. So guys, as I was saying, the river burst its banks, and this is the river we're talking about. I'm actually quite surprised because it's quite like low down. So in order for this to burst its banks, it would have had to come up a lot. You've got like a big like step here, and then there's obviously the hill, and then there's another kind of drop down to the water. So that, I mean, imagine that would have been like up here. That's insane. It's a huge front door, really big. Okay, so this is the kitchen, and this is pretty trashed. There's not much left, to be fair. The hell, the bathtub was at a weird angle. What's this? Oh, it's just like a little storage cupboard. Power's still on. Is it?
Don't touch the wires. They're live wires, don't touch them.
There's a meter over here. It's yeah, it's still flashing, so I think it's still on, so you're not touching any wires. Oh, look at this carpet. That is, again, the only word I can use to describe it is jazzy. It's a jazzy carpet. So not much left upstairs at all, just like empty rooms, being proper stripped bare. Oh my god, look at the size of the loft hatch.
How's anyone supposed to fit there?
I was going to say, I think even you'd struggle to fit in there, wouldn't you? I say that is tiny.
Bloody hell.
So guys, we've just come across this house, and I don't know if the mic's probably picking it up, hopefully it is. It's a really loud hissing. It doesn't sound like water, because like water would, you hear the splashing noise, wouldn't you? But it sounds like some kind of gas, but I can't smell gas. That is a bit worrying though, isn't it, really? Cigarette, anyone? Alright, so this is the second part of the street that we're in. We've done all the houses you can get into down there. What the hell is on that one? Why is there there's like sheeting or something on that one? That's really weird.
Is it because of the mould?
The
trees growing through the bedroom.
Yeah. I wonder how long it's actually been abandoned for, because I have a tree growing in the bedroom, Jesus. So we were just talking to one of the residents a second ago, and he obviously still lives here, and he was telling us all about the place and how they're basically, I mean, he said himself he's going to be moving on soon as well, but there's actually a block of flats behind me, that big building right there, but that apparently is coming down as well, the whole street's coming down. But yeah, he was sort of talking about how it was really sad to see his neighbours disappear, and how you know, he's lived there since like the war or something, and that's just incredible, like, to have that kind of heritage here. Another interesting thing as well is we keep seeing around 3 to 3, and this one behind me which says 3 Crescent Street 3. So I'm assuming that means there's like 3 people left that obviously don't want to move, and I think that's what it's about, I believe. But I don't know, it's a very different site, very interesting. Don't often see sites like this, and that's why I kind of, as soon as like Sam said about it, I was like, yeah, absolutely, we've got to do that, that's going to be brilliant. So guys, that is it for this video. I know it's like very different and we didn't obviously get into too much, but I think it was interesting enough to show you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like and a comment down below. Also, go and subscribe to the other two. Their links are in the description, and I'll see you again next time. See ya!